Have you ever felt like you have a furry, four-legged shadow that just follows you from room to room? Well, you are definitely not alone. But what if I told you that that behavior isn't just about love or even anxiety? Today, we're going to dive into the fascinating science that shows why your dog sticks to you like glue, and you'll see it's way smarter than you think. I'm willing to bet this scene is pretty familiar to a lot of you. You just want a single moment of privacy, you close the bathroom door, and boom. On the other side, there's your dog, settled in, patiently waiting. It's one of the most common, kind of funny dog behaviors, and honestly, it's the perfect place for us to start. You know, our first thought is usually one of two things. Either, oh, he has separation anxiety, or, aw, he just loves me so much. And look, both of those things can be true, but researchers have found something else going on, something way more strategic and frankly, a lot more intelligent. The reality is just so much cooler than what we assume. So let's get into the first big idea that completely reframes this whole thing. It's not really about your dog being unable to cope without you, it's about you being their secure base. And this concept, it really flips our whole understanding on its head. The secure base effect basically means that your presence doesn't make your dog dependent, it actually makes them braver, it gives them confidence. You can think of it like a little kid at a playground. They'll run off and play, but they keep looking back to make sure mom or dad is still there. They're not scared, they're just checking in with their home base, and that gives them the courage to go try the big kid slide. And this isn't just a nice theory. Scientists actually watched it happen in a 2013 experiment. They gave dogs this really tricky food puzzle, one they couldn't solve on their own. Now, as long as their owner was in the room, the dogs were persistent. They kept trying, they stayed engaged. But the second the owner left the room, the dogs just gave up. Even if a stranger was there, they lost all interest. Your specific presence is the secret ingredient to their confidence. And what's so important to get here is that this isn't a sign of a problem. The study found this secure base effect in pretty much all dogs, even the super confident ones with zero signs of separation anxiety. It's just a fundamental, healthy part of the dog-human bond. Okay, but it goes even deeper than that. You're not just a source of comfort for your dog, you are also their living, breathing, walking and talking information center. It's a behavior called referential looking. Whenever your dog comes across something strange, like a new vacuum cleaner or a weird noise outside, what's the first thing they do? They look right at you. They're literally asking you with their eyes, hey, is this thing okay? Are we cool? What's the plan here? A study from Milan showed this perfectly. They put dogs in a room with a weird fan that had streamers flying off of it, and look at these results. An overwhelming 83% of the dogs immediately looked to their owner for cues on how to react. If the owner acted happy about the fan, the dog would go check it out. If the owner acted scared, the dog would stay away. So, when you think about it, for your dog to be able to consult you, they need to be able to see you. So following you from the kitchen to the living room and back again isn't just being clingy, it's a smart logistical move. Your dog is just trying to keep its most reliable information source, you, online and available for questions. All right, this next part is where it gets really clever. Your dog isn't just following you for comfort or for information. They are actively, constantly calculating the odds of something interesting happening. Just think about it for a second. If you've got more than one person living at home, does your dog tend to shadow one person more than the others? I'm guessing the answer is yes, and there's a super logical reason why. Your dog is basically a master statistician. It's been collecting data since day one, and it has figured out that certain people are just a better bet for action. The person who works from home, they're always getting up, moving around, creating opportunities for something fun to happen. And the person who keeps wandering into the kitchen is the one most likely to open that magical box of food we call the fridge. It's not always about loving one person more. It's about following the data. They're tracking the probability of a good time. And all of this builds to what might be the most amazing display of trust that we've seen in the latest research. It shows that when things get confusing, a dog's trust in you can actually override its own common sense. A brand new study from just this year, 2024, found something absolutely fascinating. Researchers set up this simple test. There's a clear, obvious shortcut to a goal, but the owner takes a long, weird, inefficient path around an obstacle. So what does the dog do? Instead of taking the easy shortcut, it follows the owner on that long, unnecessary detour. Why on earth would they do that? Well, scientists are calling this a brilliant strategy of intelligent uncertainty management. In a new or confusing situation, the dog's brain basically says, I might not have all the information here. The path I think is right might be wrong. So the smartest, safest bet is to just trust the leader, to trust you, even when your path doesn't seem to make any sense at all. That is an incredibly sophisticated survival strategy. So, what does this all add up to? It means that this whole Velcro dog behavior isn't an accident, or a quirk, or a flaw. It's a trait that is literally written into their DNA.
And this is where the story gets truly incredible. Scientists found a genetic link that is just mind-blowing. They found variants in 2 specific genes in dogs that drive their intense desire to be social with people. Now get this, in humans, when those exact same genes are deleted, it causes a condition called Williams-Buren syndrome, which is characterized by an extreme, almost compulsive drive to be friendly and connect with others. Wolves don't have these genetic variants. Our dogs do. This means that for thousands of years, as we were domesticating dogs, we weren't just picking them for their hunting skills. We were actively choosing the ones who wanted to be near us. Your dog's Velcro behavior isn't a bug in their programming. It's a feature that we designed. As one researcher put it so perfectly, your dog doesn't follow you because it's broken or anxious. It follows you because you have become the absolute center of its universe. You are the most interesting, the most useful, and the most trusted thing it knows. So the next time your dog is parked outside the bathroom door or follows you on your 10th trip to the kitchen, try to remember this. That's not neediness. That's a sign of profound trust and incredible intelligence. It is, quite simply, the highest compliment that the entire science of animal cognition has to offer. And that kind of leaves us with one last thought. Now that you know all this, when you look down at that furry shadow at your heels, what do you see? It's not just a follower, it's a partner, it's a strategist, it's a tiny scientist who has decided that out of everything in the world, you are the most important signal to pay attention to. And when you really think about it, what an absolutely remarkable bond that is. Thanks for joining me for this explainer.